Hello, this is my story about how I went to university. I had been working for a few years and I was getting a bit fed up with the job I was in, and which was offshore, and because I wasn't home very much, because I didn't really get that chance to meet or form close relationships, I was kind of interested and was a bit fed up with the job anyway. So I was interested in looking for another avenue. So I was kind of praying about this and thinking about what I could do, and I looked at various options and none seemed to be that good. And then I was given a leaflet advertising a new course. So I thought, oh, this is interesting. Course in electronics. I was interested in electronics, and it was a special course that first year would be at college and the next 2 years would be at university, resulting in a degree. And I'd never really thought about going to university at all. Nobody in my family had gone to university, so why should I? But I was intrigued by the course and I applied and I was interviewed, and at the interview said, "You're just the sort of person that we're looking for." So I thought, great. And that was fine until a few weeks, I think, later, I heard from the college to say there's not enough people to run the course, so I'm sorry, it's not running. So I was, I'd got my hopes up. I'd like, well, what now? So I did actually ask them at the time, I said, is there anything I could do? And they said, well, you could try contacting the university directly. So I thought, okay, I'll try that. They gave me a name and a number, and I tried calling. And the person I spoke to at first wasn't very keen in talking to me and wouldn't give me an answer as to whether I could go on the course or not. But I was a bit persistent. I tried a couple of times, 2 or 3 times I think, and in the end I said, yes, okay, come. So I thought, great, because I needed to know, so I had to hand in my notice and work out my notice and things like this. So that's what I did. I handed in my notice and I went along. Now, I wasn't really told anything about what you do and how you get into university at all. I just applied for this course and been accepted and then told it wasn't running. But I thought I'd better visit the university and get myself accustomed to it. So I was wondering, did that before the term was about to start, and was wandering around, getting my bearings, finding out where things were, and a man approached me and he said, I hope you don't mind, but can I ask who you are? And I said, no. And I explained I was looking to start a university course and explained the circumstances and the name I'd been given, and he said, right, okay. So he took me under his wing and he said, right, we need to get you to fill out a UCAS form. I thought, oh, okay. And we need you to do various other bits and pieces, and he asked how far away I lived, and I told him. He said, oh, well, you are just outside the boundary, so you can apply for student accommodation. I thought, oh, well, that's interesting. I never even thought that they had student accommodation. So naive was I, and I later found out that this man I randomly bumped into was one of the lecturers of the very same course that I was about to start. And so that was amazing, and everything was sorted out and it was all fine. And I was taken to student accommodation and enrolled there, and they just told me, yeah, come in on this particular day along with everyone else, and we'll show you to your room. And that's what happened. I dutifully packed everything and came along on the day and was told, I'm sorry, we've given your room to somebody else. Oh, that's not great. I said, but wait here, we'll sort something out, don't worry. So that's exactly what I did. I waited, kind of sitting on my suitcase and in the office until quite some time later they came and said, right, we've got a room for you. So I was shown where my room was, and it was great. It was an amazing room on campus. It was actually closer to my school where I was studying than the one they were originally going to give me. It was close to the kitchen, it was opposite the bathroom, it was room number 7, which I liked. It was shaded by trees in the morning, I later found out, so it wasn't really hot like some of the other rooms were. It was just amazing, and even more amazing was after a little while I found that the person next door to me was, again, a mature student, pretty much the same age as me, and he had just very recently come to the university, and he found it all a bit overwhelming and went into the chaplaincy, and somebody prayed for him and he'd given his life to Jesus. So that was amazing, and we became extremely close friends in our time at university. As you can imagine, we had quite a lot in common. His parents came from the area, roughly the same area that's at least half of my parents' side came from, and yet we had a lot in common. We spent many hours talking over toast, usually to the nights, and that's how I came to university and got involved with lots of Christian things too, Christian Union and all sorts of things, and God did some quite amazing things. I had some amazing chats with people and made some really good friends there. So just wanted to tell you that story of how I ended up at university and getting my degree. Thank you very much for listening.